So I have something new to listen to on the way to work today. It's a late birthday gift that finally showed up. It's George Carlin. I kind of like it when a lot of people die. Now, back in 2001, George was working on an act. George would go from city to city, town to town. As George said, if you got a zip code, I'll fucking be there. And he would work on his act and develop bits that he liked and include them, and then he'd go to an HBO special. So he was getting one ready back in 2001. There were plans to shoot. He was sort of finishing up his touring, and the attacks in New York happened. So a lot of the material, apparently, I've not listened to this yet, a lot of the material in here had to be changed, because the title was literally, and is now that they're putting out the audio, I kind of like it when a lot of people die, which he just, you know, he pushed the boundaries and the limits, but he had enough sense to know that there's things that would have been, it just, first of all, it would have been a career killer. I mean, you know, it was a business, right? So anyway, they've released this now, and what it consists of, there's actually one, it's the very first track, it's called Boston Rant 1957. George Carlin, in the very first track on this, is 20 years old. I don't know what he's talking about. I've read a bit of the notes on the back. And then there's some material that they ended up having to throw out for his special, which eventually became known as Complaints and Grievances. That's what they changed it to. So this is the closest thing. I mean, if somebody says you got to pick a religion, I'm a Carlinite. Man, I might start my own. So I'm really excited. This is like ancient sacred text for me. So I'm going to give that a listen today, see what I think. I'm sure that there are some super gems in here. And then probably the entire thing will be fantastic. I'll do a follow-up video after I don't have very far to drive to work, so I won't be able to listen to the whole thing, but I'll listen to part of it, and then probably pick the rest of it up tonight on the way home and tomorrow. And we'll see how it goes. So I'll update you when I'm done.